as we begin the practice with regard to stillness or movement, trying to allow the awareness to drop into the back body and its supportive nature. Trying to soften as little or as much as you can through the front body. We'll take 15 more breaths. Wherever your mind is, draw back to your breath, your physical body. Take 3 more inhales, just paying attention there. Next time you inhale, maybe wiggle your fingers or your toes. Maybe let the head be heavy and gently rock through the back of your skull where you're making contact. You can stretch out or hug in. Just start to invite movement mindfully and as slowly as it feels like you can keep paying attention to it. And take another 5 to 6 breaths in this place of movement, and whatever it looks like, subtle or dramatic. And transition to a tabletop when you're ready. Spreading your fingers, curling your toes if you'd like. Move around and breathe. Take 6 more inhales and exhales, doing whatever it is that makes sense to you and your body. And then head on back to a downward facing dog. And once you get there, same concept, movement or stillness, but pay attention to what's happening on the 4 corners of your mat, inside your body. Detaching from the external as much as you can, just being curious about what's going on right here, right now. Take 3 more breaths in your down dog. One more time, feel the effort of pushing the earth away as you breathe in, softening as you breathe out. And whether it's hands to feet or feet to hands, we'll make our way to a forward fold. 3 times with your breath, you'll move and halfway lifting as you breathe in, folding as you breathe out. Rolling to rise, taking your time, moving slowly. You can sweep your arms up, pause in stillness, or roll your shoulders a few times. We'll move with our breath in and out of chair 5 times. This first one, let's do it together. So we'll inhale out and up as we sit. Exhale back to your mountain. So just flowing with your breath 4 or 5 more times. a little bit of space in that side body, connecting breath with movement. Maybe one more round. Once you're back in mountain, find a roll of the shoulders with your breath. Take a bar that's available or it doesn't feel too uncomfortable. Tuck your tail, lift your heart, upright your right shoulder. Allow the bottom jaw to soften away from the top. And start to roll your chin forward, chin to chest, crown forward. Tuck your tail a little bit and find a little bit of squeezing of the shoulder blades together. See what that does. Take a big breath in here and then roll left to your left shoulder. Soften that squeeze at the back. 2 breaths. Allow that bottom jaw to drop again. Up one more time, chin towards the chest, crown forward. A little bit of hugging in at the shoulder blades. So just squeeze into that 360 waist and we're going to start to sit down into our chair. Crown is still forward, chin is still in. And then slowly start to take your gaze more forward. Keep that bind. We're going to slowly release the bind, but hug those shoulder blades still. Take your arms out to a T, nice and slow. Scoop the arms forward. Right, start to stand up, rise. Inhale as you get to the top. Exhale, swan dive. Great, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to your down dog. Stillness or movement, take a handful of breaths here. Be shifting to a high push-up. Lift those heels, squeeze skin and muscle to the bone. If you need to adjust the feet back, hands wider, down to your knees. Effort everywhere except that jawline as much as you can. And then one more full breath in, pushing away. Exhale, lower to it. Couple rounds of baby cobra. Effort on the inhale, ease on the exhale. Transition through tabletop or high push-up from your knees. Take it back to child's pose for a couple breaths. Inhaling up to a tabletop when you're ready. Exhaling back down dog. Take your feet about hip width distance. Bend that left knee out as you let your right heel sink towards the earth. Keep pushing the earth away with your hands as you rock your right sit bone side to side. Soften that space between your eyes and breathe. Find some stillness from the rocking. Try to scoot that right leg back. Any kind of movement here. Just roll the ankle, bend it open. Lift and drop left heel. Keep breathing. And lift your left heel nice and high. Take a big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Step slowly between your hands. Spider to fingers. We're going to look forward and shift our hips back. So keep that gaze forward. Great, we'll take one more big breath in here and then exhale, just drop your crown. Next inhale, shift it forward, let your hips sway out to the side as you look to the right. You can add your right hand to the mix up to your thigh or out to the side. We'll take a big breath in, and as we exhale, hug that outer right hip in, drive your right heel, hand and gaze down. Slowly shift and lift to a standing leg split. Stay here in more of a strength mode or bend and open and soften, a little bit more stretchy. Right, take one more full inhale when you're ready. Exhale, squeeze that midline, set left foot hip width distance to right. 2 rounds of halfway lifting, fingertips up to shins, reach that crown forward. Exhale, soften as you exhale. Great, one more time like that. Making your way up to high mountain, rolling or rising. Exhale back to a forward fold. Your inhale halfway left, your exhale down up. And then inhale and shift to your high push-up. Stay for your exhale. Keep adjusting so that you can work the back body, the front body, the side body. Skin the muscle to bone. Effort out of the jaw. One more inhale, pushing away. Exhale, lower to it. Couple rounds of baby cobra. Building that heat from the inside out. Transition how you'd like, child's pose or straight to down dog this time, but that's where we'll meet. In your down dog, when you get there, bend your right knee, settle the left heel, and then just rock that left sit bone side to side a couple times. Relax your face and breathe. And find some stillness. Try to lift and sweep that left leg back. Again, just maybe reach and roll through the ankle, bend and open, lift and drop right heel. Great, connect and inhale and lift that right heel. Exhale, knee to nose, take a big slow step between your hands. Great, spider tip fingers here, look forward, keep that gaze forward as you sink your hips back, straightening through that left leg as little, as much as you want. Take one more inhale, exhale, drop your crown. Great, 2 more breaths here. Next inhale, shift it forward, low lunge. Let your hips sway out to the left for a little bit of a stretch. Look to the left hand at your left thigh or take it to the sky. Great, one more inhale here, exhale. Hug that lateral left hip in, look down, left hand down. Shift and lift to standing leg split, nice and slow and deliberate. Working that standing leg, even effort, lifting right heel or bend and open. 2 more breaths. Awareness to the midline as you step right foot, hip width distance to left. 2 times, halfway lifting fingertips up to shins as you breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, soften and fold. 1 more time. Rising up to a high mountain as you breathe in. Back to a forward fold as you breathe out. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. A high push-up as you breathe in to the earth, breathe out. At least 1 round of baby cobra. Second or third round up to you. We'll eventually meet back in down dog. And look to the top of the mat. Hop, jump, or step there. Move with your breath. We'll take this through 3 sun A's. So cutting you loose, it can look however you'd like, whatever you're feeling up to, ready for. We'll meet in chair pose at the top of the mat. We'll move through those moving chairs and kind of reverse that breath count. So I was inhaling to your chair, exhaling back to your mountain. You can take your time getting the mountain, don't rush yourself. We'll eventually meet in mountain pose, take your time. Once you get back to mountain, take a bind behind your back. Roll your shoulders up, back 9. Tails down, hearts up. Take a big breath in. Keep your bind slip into your chair. Lifting up through that pelvic floor, 360 waistline is hugging in gently as you keep lowering. Okay, start to engage around the shoulders, drive through the center of the heels. We're going to release the bind, but try to keep your arms exactly where they are. Right, arms out to a T. Palms up, look forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale to float. Once you get to down dog, toes together, right leg back. Again, stillness, roll that ankle, bend and open, breathe. Stay here for a beat longer, lift that left heel, inhale, exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale to take it back. Exhale, low runner's lunge, nice and slow, everybody step. Spider to fingers, look forward. Inhale back, keep looking forward. Exhale to drop the crown. Here, take another breath here. Next inhale, shift it forward. Look to the right, let those hips pop out, or add the right arm to your thigh or the sky. Take a big breath in once you open. Exhale, hug the outer right hip in, hand and gaze down. Standing leg split, nice and strong. And release left foot, hip width distance to right. Halfway lift one time, fingers to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, high mountain. Exhale to chair. Hands to your heart. Squeeze there, shoulders out of ears. Push your right heel down, lift your left heel up. Hug the outer right hip in and come up to your left tippy toes. You can practice floating, or when you are ready, take a manageable step back to your crescent lunge. Fire up that left glute, rise one up. Lift and drop your left heel a couple times. Invite some ease in that upper body. Eventually, arms towards you, palms forward. Spread your fingers actively. Zip those inner thighs together, twisting to the right. Left arm kind of forward, right arm kind of back. Breathe. Okay, unwind your spine. Start to lift your arms and your left heel. Breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Stillness or movement will take about 30 more breaths. All right, reverse with your next inhale, flow or straight to down dog, exhale. In your down dog, toes come closer. Take that left leg back, so movement however you'd like. And stay here a bit longer. Inhale to lift your right heel, exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, everybody take that big deliberate step between your hands. Come to spider to fingers, look forward, keep that there as you inhale and lengthen back. Exhale, drop your crown. Take another breath. Your inhale shifted forward. Let your hips sway out to the side, look to the left. Left hand can come into the mix to your claw. Right, once you fully open, take a big breath in, and then exhale, hug that outer left hip in, hand and gaze down. Slow motion, standing leg split, drive that left heel, fire right glute. Great, big breath in here, release hip width distance. Halfway lift to breathe in when you're ready. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to chair. Hands eventually to your heart. Drive your left heel, lift your right heel. Tippy toes. Stay here, practice floating. Eventually take a nice step back, arrow, and then rising with that right glute up to crescent. Adjusting, fidgeting, keep breathing. Arms out to a T, spread your fingers, palms forward. Zip those inner thighs together, twist to the left, left arm kind of back, right arm kind of forward, breathe. Great, slow motion and wind. You'll lift your right heel and your arms as you breathe in. Warrior two as you breathe out. Setting that lower body, 3 breaths in stillness or movement. Fourth inhale, reverse. Flow or straight to down dog. Bring 3 breaths in your down dog. Right foot steps, warrior one. Take cactus arms and play around with the position of the upper arm bone. So it doesn't have to be this perfect sort of goalpost. You could hug arms back. You could have a different palm position. Make sure your neck feels okay. So softening around the side of the neck. Chin is positioned to support the head, however it makes sense to you. Breathe. All right, turn your fingers down and then start to reach back as you hinge your upper body forward. So actively sort of pressing the feet away from one another. Crown is reaching in one direction, fingertips are reaching in the other. All right, rise back up, take that original goalpost position you chose. All right, next time you inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Fire up that left side body, left glute, drive your right heel. And we're going to take either goalpost arms or fingers in towards our temple. Keep engaging this left side body, reverse your warrior with your hands like that. Breathe. Keep breathing. Reach your crown back up. Hinging forward to extended side angle, but only go about halfway. And rise back up, drive that right heel. Arms out to a T. One time, lift and straighten. Back to two. Lift and straighten, Prasarita. Great, body behind your back. Tails down, hearts up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Take 3 more breaths. You start to squeeze up at the pelvic floor. Navel, bend your knees, or lift your torso, lift your gaze. Arms out to a T. You take a big breath in and then fingertips to the earth. And then start to lean to the left as you keep your left knee bent, right leg straightens. Feel free to adjust or pivot if you need it. Movement or stillness, keep breathing. Option to keep your fingertips on the earth and use them like little crabs or sweep those arms out to the side. We're going to stay real low. We're going to start to transition through center, bending both knees, eventually right leg bends, left leg straightens, transition all the way to a low runner's lunge. Adjust your left leg so you can rise up to pressing. Right, lift up when you're ready. Take a big breath in, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, flow or straight to down dog. Stillness or body waves in your down dog. So stillness, breathe or lift knees to a hover. Slowly take them towards your hips and then peel up. All right, let's all meet back in down dog. Take at least one breath where you're going to push the earth away and soften the features of your face as you exhale. Side plank or gate right side, meaning right hand down. Stack, stagger, do what you need. Be fully engaged into the shape that you went to. Skin to muscle, muscle to bone. Right side body resists the earth. Left side body resists gravity. Strength at that midline. Think about contracting on your exhales with that midline. Let an inhale lift you and roll you back to a high push-up. Exhale to the earth. Great, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Great, arms out to like a wide V, or feel free to have more goalpost arms. Forehead's down. Toes are going to point out towards the back corner of your mat. You're going to keep your forehead down the whole time. I'm lifting my head so you can hear me. We're going to fire up and lift 2 spider tip fingers on the right side. Squeeze that shoulder blade, the front, the back, and the side. Fire up your left glute, reach your left toes, and then lift your left leg. Maybe lift your right arm. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, lower. Pop up to left spider tip fingers. Fire up that shoulder blade. Fire up your right glute, reach to your right toes. Lift the right leg, maybe float the left fingertips. Great, big breath in. Exhale, lower. Try to start lifting opposite limb. And instead of doing it with your breath, that was just to kind of get a little rhythm, just have an open valve on your breath. If you feel like you really want to hug in around the core, that 360 waistline, feel free to lift your forehead just a little bit, but keep looking straight down, maybe even keep your eyes closed. Lifting opposite limb, breathing, breathing, breathing. Again, try to not distract yourself by connecting it with the breath. It might take you out. Doing what you are doing, don't overthink it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly take those hands in crocodile, chin, forehead, or either cheek. Bend your knees, soften your belly, and breathe. Come to your forehead, hands underneath your palms. Knees are bent, flex your feet. We're gonna head to a hover with an exhale. Take a big breath in. Exhale to that hover. Inhale, continue to rise. Shift back to child's pose. Spider tip fingers, walk them up into the left. Stretch that left side body or right side body. Great, back to center. Pull yourself up, tabletop, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left side, warrior one. Set that lower body, take some time. And then arms to goal post. Remember, it could be kind of any direction, just depending on your shoulders, asymmetries. We'll start to rotate those fingers forward and down, and then torso forward, reach those fingers back actively. Breathe. From the earth, start to hug in, push down, rise back up, cactus one. We're going to eventually inhale to reach out. Exhale to warrior two. Stillness to move with your breath, a couple inhales and exhales here. And then goal post arms. Remember, keep those fingers nice and active, or maybe they point in towards your temples. Engage that right side body. Reverse your warrior. Think up and away versus crunching in. Drive that left heel, engage the right lateral line. Great, lift the crown up or back up two, and start to engage that left side hip flexor, pulling yourself forward. Pause at about 45 degrees, tone that right glute. Great, drive that left heel, stand back up. Reach your arms out, warrior two. Great, inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale to two. Inhale, lift and straighten, Prasarita. Take a bind, but flip your grip from last time. Tails down, hearts up, big breath in. Exhale, fold. All right, start to feel that connection with the heels, the center of the heels. Squeeze your pelvic floor and navel. Bend your knees. Look forward. Release your bum, but drive those arms up to a T as you look forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hand and gaze down. So to shift to the right, you might need to adjust your foot position or distance, but right knee is more bent, left leg's more straight. Stillness or move down, keep breathing. All right, just like last time, either use your fingertips the whole way or sweep those arms out. Great, start to stay low, hug through center. So both knees kind of shift and bend. Left one bends more, right one straightens. Pivot to the top. Before you rise, adjust that right leg so that you can come up to crescent. Right, you'll find warrior two. Let a big breath in, reverse you. Exhale, lower down dog. Once you get to down dog, a few body waves or stillness. Breathe in, breathe out. Side plank, left side. Remember, stack stagger. Drop to that knee for gate. Everything should be working. Maybe that jawline can soften. Drawing in towards the midline, this feeling of contracting towards it with your exhales. Let the breath expand you with the ribs in all directions. Great, feel a lift and a rolling back to a high push-up as you inhale. Exhale to the earth. Pause or take a baby cobra. Yogi's choice this round. You can take those Shalabhasana swimmers or any back bend belly down that you like. So if that feels more like crocodile or sphinx pose, then so be it. This is your practice. Pivot from this moment. So pay attention and adjust and shift from there. Coming out when it makes sense to you. Any kind of counterbalance that works for you. We'll meet in child's pose if you have a preference to get there quicker, then head there. If you'd like to take that little high push-up, hover, take that nice and deliberate. And eventually soften your belly, breathe to your lower back, come up to spider tip fingers, and this time welcome up into the right to lengthen that left side body. We're gonna come back through center. Inhale yourself to tabletop. Exhale yourself down dog. We'll take the big toes together. Take your right leg back, bend and open. Doesn't matter what it looks like, but think about pushing the earth away and letting your left heel sink towards the earth. Definitely don't yank it. Let it feel better than not. And then awareness to the midline. Hug into the midline. Lift that left heel. Knee to nose. Take a big slow step to this between your hands. Spider tip fingers, standing leg split nice and slow. Fire up that left side. Great, release hip width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands together, now to your heart. Let's take our hands to our hips. Feet about hip width distance. And have our left heel down, and we're going to lift our right heel. We're going to try to hug into this outer left hip. And then we're going to keep trying to do that as we come up to tippy toes. And then eventually try to float your toes. Maybe it's a lift and drop, lift and drop. If you feel like you could keep them lifted, feel free to just gently draw them in towards that left calf. Don't overthink alignment here. Even effort as much as possible on the left foot, engaging into that outer left hip. Balance challenge. We're going to take our gaze super quick to the right and slowly back to center. Super quick to the left. And slowly back to center. Super quick up. Slowly back to center. Super quick down. Take a big breath in. Mountain pose. Roll your shoulders up with an inhale. Back and down, exhale. Sweep your arms out and up, inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Eagle right side. Up to crane. Airplane or warrior three. Slow motion hands will come to the earth. Half moon, bend and open, handstand play. Your choice, keep breathing. Coming out when you're ready. Take your feet maybe wider than hip distance. Ragdoll, drop everything, grab your big toes, sway and twist whenever you like. Great. Even up from side to side or stick with what you're doing. Otherwise, maybe squatting, garland, or crow pose. We'll take 2 rounds of this, so if you like side crow, you can hit that up too. We're taking it back to down dog when you're ready, flowing or just stepping there. Spread your fingers, push the earth away, breathe in, soften your face, breathe out. Toes come closer, reach that left leg back, bend and open. Again, don't ever think alignment anywhere other than pushing the earth away and letting that right heel sink towards the earth. Relax your face and breathe. And then zipping in, lift that right heel, knee to nose, take that big slow step. Great, spider tip fingers, find that shift. Drag left heel, fire right glute, standing next foot. Great, take one more big breath in, release hip width distance as you breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Full breathe out. High mountain, breathe in. Hands together, from your heart, breathe out. And the hands to your hips, feet hip width distance. Right heel's down, left heel's up, hugging your outer right hip. Keep doing that as you maybe shift to tippy toes. Remember, tippy toes can stay the whole time, or maybe getting used to floating a little bit. Take any position that feels easy, available, or just gently hug it in. Take your gaze forward. We're going to move through these quick and then slow. So when you're ready, look to the left really quick. And then slowly back to center. And quick to the right. Slow back to center. Quick up. Slow back to center. Quick down. Take a big breath in. Mountain pose. Feel grounded through both feet. Roll your shoulders up, back and away with breath. And inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, chair. Eagle left side. Crane. Warrior 3 or airplane. Hands eventually to the earth, nice and slow and deliberate. Kind of mimicking what you did on the other side, but not attaching too deeply to it. More for balance sake in the physical body. Coming out after a breath or two more. And let's head right into that either squatting garland, crow pose, or opposite side. The need of this present moment. Okay, and back to down dog one last time, flowing or just stepping there deliberately. Don't overthink it. Look between your hands, hop, jump, or step to the top. Coming down to toes pose, so that feels rickety or uncomfortable. You're going to really high, don't overthink it. We're going to make our way to a seat and then transition to a high boat. I want this to take at least 5 breaths, so think about it. How does it make sense in your body? What does your high boat look like? Think about the 360 waistline engaging. Hip flexors are working. We're not just creating shapes with our bones. Skin to muscle, muscle to bone still. Engaging a bit at that root lock. Great. Firing up that right glute, and if that leg's not on the earth, you're going to slowly tap it and lift it back up. Left side, fire that glute, lift it back up. Take a few more alternating. If you're in a position where you're just down, maybe lift and drop, right? Lift and drop with that kickstand. Even out one more round each side. And then you're going to take your hands to your heart, squeeze there, soften through the tops of the shoulders. Take it to a low boat that feels challenging, like right before that place where you just have to give up, right? That you fall out, whether that's because the bones feel like you got to rock and get off of them, or
just feels weak or just unavailable. And then have that awareness of pulling in on those exhales. Take one more inhale, exhale, pull it in, and then slowly release.
Full body stretch. Roll your ankles, roll your wrists, spread your fingers, make a fist. Supported bridge pose, or full wheel, if that's what you feel. Staying in the shape that you're in for as long as it feels good and makes sense to you. Obviously, wheel is slightly different than supported bridge. And then I'll let you have the rest of your class. So if you're looking for a symmetrical hip stretch, maybe happy baby, frog pose. Maybe you're like half pigeon on your back at the wall, or shift to a seat. You're looking for a supine twist and maybe a little extra shavasana. Right, lots of choices. So come back to this moment on your mat, right here, right now. Detaching from what you walked in with as an intention and creating a new one right here, right now. Trying to let go of any control or sort of grasping at what you want out of your practice, out of your physical body, whatever that is. And just being more open to what you need. If you haven't already, find a place of ease and stillness, whether it's on your back, legs up the wall, or in a seat. Take about 15 final breaths here.
And I'll leave you here for the remainder of your class if you'd like to stay here longer or if you'd like to start to wake yourself up. But stay wherever you are as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for rolling out your mat, carving out some time for yourself. Namaste.